So in the library and header files, we have discussed two header files till now. One is ctype.h, which is going to work with the character values, and we are having various functions like to lower, to upper, is digit and is lower. And then we have discussed the mat.h, in which we have discussed the ceiling function, floor function, and the absolute function. Now we are discussing the next header file, and that is stdio.h. This is the header file which we are using from very first day, which is standard input output header file, and it is containing various functions. So first of all, we are discussing about the stdio.h. So stdio stands for standard input output. Means this header file is going to take the input and output, and from very first day we are going to use this header file for printf and scanf functions. It also contains information related to input output functions. Means what are the functions which are used for taking the input and output inside your program. So the header file which is going to deal with that is the stdio.h, and the functions which are there in the stdio we are going to discuss now. So if I talk about the functions which are present, the first functions which we are having is the printf function. This function is very much popular, which we are using for printing the output on the screen. I'm taking one example to make you understand the printf function. Let us suppose if I have to print a string, then I will simply write printf. In the bracket we are saying hello in the double quotes. So hello will be printed. If let us suppose that we are having a integer variable int a, and the value of that one is 20. If I have to print that, then we will say printf double quotes %d, that is for the integer value, then comma, we are passing that variable a. So on the screen the output will be 20. So the answer of first one will be hello on the screen, and second one will be 20 on the screen. So this way the printf function is going to work. And if I talk about the printf statement or the function, so it is used to print string, integer, character, etc. Means we can print anything on output screen. On the output screen we are going to print the integer, character, string, anything we are going to print that. So we are using the printf function. The next function which we are having is the scanf function. Scanf. Again, this function we are using from very first day for taking the input, but still I am taking one example to make you understand. Let us suppose that we are having an integer int a, and we want to take the value of that integer from the user. Then we will say scanf %d for the integer value, comma, and means the address of a. So at the address of a we are going to give the value. So if the user is going to give some value, let us suppose 20 or anything, so that value will be stored in the variable which we have passed. So if user is giving the value as 20, that will be stored into the variable a. So we can say that the scanf function is going to read character, string, integer, etc. from keyboard. Means whatever you are going to write on the keyboard, that is going to take it with the help of scanf function and will save to the corresponding variable. The next function which we are having in the stdio.h is the getC. GetC function, well, if we say it is the get character, first of all we must know one thing, that it is the file function. So getC is the file function, means it is going to use inside the file. So if I talk about the definition, it is going to read character from file. Means let us suppose that you are having a file and inside that file you want to read a character. You want to read that file. So we are going to use a function that is getC. I'm taking one example to make you understand about the getC function. Let us suppose that we are having a character char C. Now we are saying C is equal to, means whatever the result we are having should be stored into C. Get C, get character STDIN, standard input. Now we are going to learn this thing, what it is going. Now this STDIN is the standard input. Get character, that is the complete syntax. Means let us suppose that in our program we have opened a file. Once we will learn the file handling, then I will tell you there are certain steps. First of all, you have to open a file with the help of the command. Then you have to read that. We are assuming that file is open right now and we are going to read that file. So this getC function is going to read it with the help of standard input. So that complete line will read the character and that character will be stored into the C. And we know that this C is the character type variable. So there, if some file is open, then we can read out the character from that file with the help of getC function. And we are having the next function, that is the putC. Just like we are having scanf and printf, scanf for taking the input from the user screen or the keyboard, and printf is going to print on the user screen. Similarly, we are having getC and putC. getC is going to take out the character from the file and putC is going to print the character. Print means write. Obviously in the file we cannot print, we can write. So writing the character on the file. So we can say that putC means write character to file. If you want to put some character to the file, that is with the help of the putC function. Now I'm taking one example to make you understand about the putC function. Let us suppose that we are having a character char C and there we are having a value A. So there is a character in your program A. Now you want to print that character or write that character inside the file. You want that this character should be written on the file. If I open the file later on, it should be saved. Means any file. So what will happen? You are going to write the putC function, and in the putC function you are going to pass that variable. So C is that variable, comma std out. This time we are going to out. Earlier we have to in. So if we are giving out something, then standard output. So we are giving the output to the file. So we are using std out. And if we are taking the input, then we are using stdin. I am taking one example to make you understand. Let us suppose that this is our C program and this is our file. This file is, let us suppose, into the D drive or somewhere. If you want that there is something written, let us suppose A, you want that this should come in your C program. That means you are taking the input from the file. So for that we are going to use the function which is getC, means get character. Now let us suppose that in your program you are having a variable, let us suppose B, you want to print or write into your file, you want to write it here, then you are going to use the function that is putC, put character. So if I emphasize this one, this is our program. In the C program we are having a variable C which is having the value A. So means the character A is there. Now I want that this character should be written into the file. So what I will write? Put C, put the character, which character? Which is stored into the C with the help of std out. So std out we are using when we are giving output to the file. stdin we are using when we are taking input from the file. So this way the file handling function getC and putC are going to work. And once we are going with the file handling, then we will discuss all these functions into the detail. I'm taking one more example to make you understand. So I am elaborating with the help of some example. Let us suppose that this is my C program and this one is the file. File means, let us suppose that any file you are having onto the system, any text file. If I talk about the first statement, there we are saying char C, that means a character is declared. So there is a character inside our C program C. Now we are saying getC stdin, get character from the file input. Stdin means input. Now let us suppose that in the file we are having A written. A is a character, let us suppose. Once I will write this command, so this character will come here, means from the file that character will going to read and the value of that A will be stored inside the variable C which we have declared. So the value of C is now become the A after executing this one. Similarly, I am going to explain you the next one. Let us suppose again we are having a C program and we are having a file. Now what this piece of code is saying, we are saying char C is equal to A, means in the C program we have declared a variable C whose value is already A and there is nothing inside the file. Now we are saying put C, put the character C means whatever present inside the C, and we know that in the C A is present, std out, standard out. So that character which is into the C means A is going to write inside the file. Now here in the file A will be written. File means a local file which is saved onto your system. We know that whenever we are learning a C programming, if we are executing a C program, we have declared the variable A, B, C, their values. Once the program is over and we are going to turn off the C programming, the values of all the variable will lost. But what I want that the values will persist. For that we are having the file handling. So in the file handling we can store the values. So these are two functions which are going to take the input from the file using getC, get character, and giving the output to the file means writing the file, that is the put character. So these are the four functions which are there in the stdio.h: printf, scanf, getC and putC. And now we are going to discuss the next header file, that is the stdlib.h.